You know, I'm not really in the mood for house guests, so if you'll excuse me.
You got a man killed. Colonel Cox, in his infinite wisdom, tells you about Magpie. Next thing we know, our asset's head winds up in a box.
A character like Occam is necessary in a time and a place like this, a necessary evil. It is a military state that they're running, and there is absolutely no room for any gray.
The only question is, which one of these broken men did you trust with the identity of our friend in Berlin?
Occam's job, it seems like, is to keep everything as clear and as black and white as possible. He reads Frank's list of sins, and he knows all of his secrets.
Think of Sid Liao, your star mathematician, just a kid. And then there's Mr. Meeks.
You see Frank for the first time face an enemy and be at a loss for words and a loss of what to do.
Frank and Charlie's journey are also very different at this point in time. Frank's playing a game, but Charlie's living the game. Like, every time he comes to work, he's amongst it. And any of these people, if he plays things the wrong way, could figure him out, and he'll go to jail or worse.
Charlie, I know what you're doing.
Charlie's very aware of every bump in the road, and so every time Akeley comes into the room, he has to play a game. Especially when Akeley is calling him on something.
Imagine what it would look like to the leadership of this project if they found out that you and Dr. Prinz were entangled.
Charlie, very quickly and intelligently, is able to play with him and go along with him.
Get off me!
But it's also the biggest storyline at play, which is Lansfield. And I guess the fact that he found out about Helen, it's only a very small stone's throw for him to find out about using Thin Man for implosion.
I need to ask you something. That French woman, Lansfield's wife, what's her name?
Elodie?
I need you to put something into their house.
I think what's fascinating is that Charlie isn't aware of what he's doing in that moment, that he just has a problem and he needs to fix it. He goes to his wife and enlists her in a crime.
So you're framing them for something.
That's the sign of how far he's gone, that he's unable to actually see the wood from the trees.
She either has to choose to do this terrible thing that her husband is telling her to do that would completely wreck the fantasy life that she has, and at some point she's forced to make a choice. And it's the impossible decision, and it's absolutely gut-wrenching.
Get your hands up! Get your hands off me! Get your hands off!